This is my first time speaking with a mask, so I hope you hear me well. I have a presentation that will be mixed both in English and Greek. I'm in Archanes, my village, so it's a little bit weird to speak in English, but we have our friends in Venice, so let's try it both. I'm Amalia Tavladoraki. I work for the Heraklion Development Agency, and I'm going to present to you a few things about what we have done since about 2 years now. This is our headquarters, a traditional building in the traditional settlement of Archanes. HDA, Heraklion Development Agency, established in 1989. So we work for the sustainable development over 30 years now. Our stakeholders are all the municipalities of the Heraklion Prefecture, the region of Crete, rural and agricultural associations, the Chamber of Commerce and the Cretan Cooperative Bank, and a few associations, cultural associations. Through all these years, we have materialized many programs and projects co-funded by EU and local government, the region of Crete, etc. So what all these years, what we have done with the local people. The countryside, the local people, the local factors see us as a significant instrument and point of reference when it comes to interventions for development. The image is the result of the agency material infrastructure, expert human resources and administration, the quality of services, transparency of operations, and effectiveness in the management of projects and programs. We are their local action group that they trust for over 30 years now. The word trust is very important for us and had a significant importance for the MAB project and for the proposal for Asterousia. That trust led us with Professor Mr. Skoulos and the MAB, the National MAB Office, and Mrs. Vredzu and the region of Crete to create a local action, a local management committee that has many, it's multilingual. It has many partners, almost 27 partners that they represent almost all sectors.
What is important here, which is perhaps unique in the structures of MAB governance schemes, is that the Greek National Committee is sitting as an advisor, as an observer in this structure. So we have direct guidance, but also direct, let's say, report. Also, we have the national management body for protected areas of the region, which was a pre-existing structure and is directly under the Ministry of the Environment, also sitting in the management board. So you see that the line is solid, is not like ours. They have a permanent seat, ex officio seat there. And this is very important because it has its own governance body, but this governance body is represented by the chair, who is member here. So we don't mix the two. all the legislation that is national legislation and EU legislation is taken care by this body without interfering in the design and structure of the management of Asterousia. So it is very, I think, a very wise scheme, because they consider MAB as their own, but there is not a protected area, because we have several Natura sites for which they are responsible. So with this scheme, we have everybody happy, but also their competences are clear and the mandate is clear. I think it is important for this, and you see all the rest. The executive committee, chaired by Mrs. Vrenzou and the entire, and the three committees. The scientific, you may continue, but I wanted to stress this link.
The scientific committee, the technical and financial support, which is being done by HDA, and the socioeconomic unit. All of them are supporting the executive committee, and we hope that this scheme will help us all to move forward to the development of the area. It's not an easy scheme. It's not easy to cooperate with all these partners, but sure, we have learned to do it 30 years now, and we'll try and succeed this time also. So, what the Heraklion Development Agency has been done and will continue to do is to offer its headquarters that are close to the area, the necessary equipment, the experts we have, and all the necessary budget that we already have ensured until 2023. What are the opportunities? As the mayor and Mrs. Schools said earlier, we have already approved projects over 30 million euros to materialize until 2023 concerning rural development, coastal development, social cohesion and unemployment, co-financed by EU and different fundings from EU and national government. What's the area that we implement these projects? It's all the colored area you see, which is a part of the prefecture of Heraklion. The yellow is the areas that will implement coastal development projects also. And the area in the circle is the area that has to do with Asterousia. We have to say that this area has is getting into the sea also. So we have protected area, not only the mountain and the settlements on it, but also the sea.
And a very important one.
A very important one, and we are lucky to have in Crete great institutes, technological institutes, and the institutes that deal with the marine development and research, and that they are close to us and will help us to all this project. What are those 30 millions has to do with? Public actions. We have the plant, and we finance now public actions that has to do with urban renewal, the creations of paths up to the mountains, and actions that have to do with information of the visitors of the area, all dealing with soft alternative ecotourism actions. Also, we have a great amount concerning the cultural preservation and promotion of the area, the restoration, museums, cultural events. It's almost 1.2 million of actions that are already approved, and by the end of 2020, another 1.4 million euros will have to do with public actions in coastal areas will be also approved. So a budget already approved for public actions is, I think, a big one, and it's a good start.
The paths and all that.
Also, yes. Great importance for us has to do with the development of SMEs at the area. These days, 78 investors of SMEs are signing their contracts with HDA in order to start the materializing the already approved projects for developing their businesses that has to do with local products, handicraft, and alternative tourism. Almost 35 of them are at the Asterousia area. By the end of the year, HDA will call also investors and fishermen at the coastal areas to submit their proposals to be financed also for SMEs. Very important for us and for local development is networking. Networking that has to do with clustering with the businesses, the SMEs, but only with other partners from other areas to exchange experiences. And as I see MAB do that in a very successful way all these years, and we will learn a lot from them, especially you as young people. So we have networking on mountainous areas all over Crete, and we hope that the workshops Mr. Skoulos referred to, 4 workshops on the island of Crete, will be through this networking about mountainous area. Another networking scheme is for diving centers, for culture in the island of Greece, fishing tourism, gastronomy, local gastronomy, and of course, sea threats. Education and social cohesion are actions that are very important also for us, especially for young people who want to invest at the area. And now, with the umbrella of MAB, this is yet more important, because all the principles of MAB has to be transferred to young people, SMEs, farmers, local actors, everybody, to understand what MAB is about and how they can benefit from it in a good way and manner. So social cohesion is also important because there are different ideas and different ways of thinking on Asterousia mountain. The people that are on the mountain think differently than the ones that are near to coastal area, or the ones that are near the Messara plain. So we have to make them cooperate all together for a common cause, which is the development of their area. And as I said before, all the technical support for that, because to do all of that we need money. The technical support is by HDA. So to sum up, the total public expense for up to 2023, it's almost 30 million, which 26 million are only for rural and coastal development. And we estimate that at the area of Asterousia, 7.1 million will be invested. This is an effort I made. I'm not very good in drawing, to show our effort and our planning for at the area of Asterousia. So you can see in blue the fisheries shelters at the area. In orange circles, you can see the tourist marine of Tsoutsouras, for you that know the area. There is an extremely strong interest about making diving centers all around Crete, and two of them are at the area of Asterousia. You can see them on purple. The one is at the Gulf of Messara, and the other one at Maridaki area, next to the marine, the tourist marine. And they are planning to be applied to us for financing. We have a few settlements renewal on Asterousia. Very important for us are the almost 50 trails, mountain trails on the mountain of Asterousia, and our purpose is to certify them as EU paths, and that's very important for walkers and climbers, and it will be very it will give an alternative way of tourism at the area with respect to the nature and the Biosphere Reserve of the mountain. We have culture with pink and SMEs all over the area, basically with local products and rural tourism settlements. So after 2023, what? We have over 30 millions up to there, and then we are already planning with a committee and the President, Mrs. Vrenzu, preparing a program exclusively for Asterousia Mountain based on the main principles of MAB, involving all sectors of development in a holistic way. This program will be submitted for financing by the next EU programming period, and it's expected to have great results for the area. All this process is, it's not easy, and it's not something that will give us results the next few years. So that's why it's very important for you, young people, to get involved to all this effort and have it as your child, since you take it from the first beginning, from the first steps, and it's you that will be the future of this area. And that's why it's very important for us to participate in such schools, or the ones that Dimitris Mavrogiannis participated, global ones, to open your mind, see other things. And of course, we need your help to pass to the locals, to pass to the partners of the area, how important will be for them to live, continue live, work, preserve and protect their area. And now I'm proudly present to you our logo, Asterousia Biosphere Reserve. It's not finalized yet. We have the sky, the land and the sea all together. And we will be happy to receive your comments and suggestions about it. So from now on, a logo like this has to be known firstly to the local and then to everybody that is participating to this scheme. And wherever we see it next to the logo of MAB and UNESCO, we must be proud about it and support it every way we can. Thank you for your attention, and thank you for being here, and basically thank you for continuing after this to your area. Continue working. Thank you so much.